July is here, and this is the month where abundance and love and financial growth, everything is going to happen. July is a month influenced by Jupiter, so that means a lot of beautiful energies are coming our way. Hi, I'm Teja, Priyadarshini, founder for Akashic Center for Healing, and I help people have more ease and joy in their lives by removing energy blocks or limiting beliefs that do not serve their highest purpose. I do this through various modalities. I use quantum healing hypnosis techniques, I use access consciousness bars, I also use Akashic Records to help people gain more clarity in order to choose what's best for them and for their highest good. So, if you're new to my channel, consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell notification so that you do not miss out on any content that I may post on my YouTube channel. If you'd like to follow me on social media, my handle is @AkashicOfficial on Instagram and on Facebook. So let's get started. Today's video is a pick a card reading, and it is about what your spirit guides want you to know about the month of July. What's going to happen, what you should be prepared for, what to expect, and if there is any advice from the universe. Everything is going to be covered in today's readings. Before we start, I would like you to know that these are general readings. They're not one-on-one personal readings. So not everything in the message may resonate with you. If a particular group's message does not resonate with you, feel free to choose another group, or you can also check out the other videos I have on the playlist Akashic Records. And again, if you want to have a one-on-one session with me, all the details to that, how to book an appointment, where to go, where to find the information is all in the description box below. So let's get started. Here's a picture of the 4 groups. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath. That's right. And as you breathe out, just ask your guides to guide you to the particular group that has a message for you. You may choose to pause this video while you meditate on the cards, but if you're ready, you can open your eyes and choose that particular group. Alright, I'm hoping that you've made your choice. The timestamps for the groups are also in the description box below so that you can jump right ahead to that particular group. Welcome to all of my phoenixes who've chosen group number 1. Let's see what your cards are. You've got the Sun or Page of Pentacles in the reverse. You've got the Sun in reverse. You've got the Judgment card. And you've got Niyamas in the reverse, which is from the Oracle deck of the Yogic Path. Alright, so the moment I see your cards, the message that I'm receiving from the Akashic Record Keepers is that you are feeling kind of out of balance. You feel there is some sort of disharmony in your life. You feel like everything is shaky. It's not on solid ground anymore. You used to be someone who was very dedicated, very focused on the work especially. So I'm going to first talk about your work, and then we'll try and see what is happening with love in your life. So with work, it is basically things seem a bit shaky at work. They are not as organized as they were before. You were very focused, you were very determined, you were very hardworking and loyal to whatever it is that you were doing. But now it suddenly seems like you're losing control, that you're not able to sustain the kind of energy or the motivation that you had before. And record keepers and guides are saying that this could be because your guides are trying to point you in a direction that you need to go in order to find that excitement once again. They want you to ask yourself if there is something that is catching your interest, like something that you've always wanted to do but you have kept ignoring it, and it's like taken a back seat for now, and you have joined a 9-to-5 kind of a work schedule just to pay your bills. If there is a passion that you're trying to subdue so that you can keep it somewhere under the rug so that you don't look at it. It's time to pull it out of the rug and see what it is, and to focus on it and see if it can generate any sort of income for you. Because they're talking about diversifying. They want you to diversify. They want you to get into things that will give you excitement, that will make you feel like there's something to live for in life. Because right now the feeling I'm getting with the Sun card also being in reverse is that the light is going out of your life. You feel lethargic, you feel lazy, you feel demotivated, you feel like everything seems to have come to a standstill and you don't know how to move forward. There could be emotional issues because with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, you could have heard something about a loved one or your spouse or your partner or your lover or your boyfriend, girlfriend, that they may not be as loyal as you have expected them to be, and that could have emotionally disturbed you. I'm not saying this is the case for everybody. It is for some of you that you might have just heard news of disloyalty coming from your partner or the person you adore. It could even be a friend. It does not have to be a romantic relationship. But what I'm sensing is that there has been some sort of emotional turmoil that has led you to become imbalanced in your life currently, because this imbalance is something that's happened recently. It is not that you've always been like that. You have always been a very determined, focused, hardworking individual, and suddenly you feel like, oh my God, what's happening? My life is, turning upside down, and why is this person behaving like this with me? So I'm seeing that the happiness that you had in your life has suddenly it almost feels like someone has sucked some of that happiness out of your life. It could be, like I said, through an emotional experience, because you've had a person in your life who's not choosing to be with you. Maybe they're two-timing you. Maybe they're, you see, this is only for people. This message is only for those of you who already know about this. It is not for those of you who do not know about this. So please take it as it resonates with you. And if it does not resonate with you, then just keep that message aside. What I'm hearing is some of you have had a fallout in marriage or love or some sort of a committed relationship because you heard news about your partner being disloyal. And this has kind of sucked the life energy out of you, and that is why you're currently feeling like nothing matters. You want to just stay in bed all day. You don't want to go to work. You don't want to do all of those things that you loved doing before. But with the with the Judgment card, you are being shown a second chance, a second way. Like there are the reason the record keepers are saying or putting the words second way in my mouth, I think, is because they're showing two paths in front of you. You need to now choose which one you want to walk on, because one path is a very shadowy path which is going to be depressing. It's going to hold emotions that are quite dark, and the other path is a path where you are dealing head on with the feelings of hurt, with the feelings of being rejected, and coming out of it stronger on the other side with more love in your heart. It is going to be a tougher path to walk on than the previous path that I mentioned, because that means you'll have to do the work to remove those kind of feelings from your mind, body and heart, and to move forward in a more positive manner, in a more dedicated manner, focused manner that you are going to love despite the hurt you have felt. With regards to work, I'm seeing that there was, for some of you, again, this may not resonate with everybody, that promises were made and broken at work. You could have been told by a boss or your manager that you were going to be getting a promotion or some sort of a pay rise or a hike in salary or some sort of elevation in your responsibilities, but then it didn't pan out that way, and that has upset you. It makes you feel like you've put in all of this work and for what? For nothing. That is the kind of feeling that you have. And this rejection is also trying to make you feel like giving up. It's almost like bringing you on the verge of saying, you know what, I give up. I'm not going to do the work that I need to do. I'm not going to try and make this company a better place, because you've come in with that kind of passion, right? You've come in to help, you've come in to contribute in a positive way, not just for the salary that you get at the end of the month, but to contribute to work, to kind of growing from there. But when people are trying to pull you down, it makes you feel demotivated. It makes you feel like, what is this? Like, I've put in so much of work and I'm not getting anything for all the hard work that I'm doing. So it's making you feel that way. But then, even in this scenario, the record keepers and guides are telling you that there is always a choice. You need to choose what is in your highest and best interest. If that means you have to choose moving out of that company and doing something else, or to choose another opportunity that may be coming your way, it is a choice that you need to make. You can also choose to stay in the same company and fight this out and say, you know what, even though they don't give me what I need right now, I'm going to still work, because this is somewhere I belong and I want to really prove my worth. Because remember, hard work will never go unnoticed. Whether it's by your bosses or by the universe, when you do anything with dedication, with love in your heart, and with no prejudice, with no judgment, it will never go unnoticed. People will sit up and start taking notice of your beautiful energy that you're putting out there. So never give up on that. So the record keepers want you to know you have a choice. You have a choice whether you want to do the same thing that you're doing right now and give up on life itself, or do you want to change your perspective and be more determined and more focused and move ahead? Because you have the potential to do that. Not everyone can be that laser focused and to do the hard work that it needs to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, right? So the second chance is you giving yourself the second chance, saying that, I'm going to pick myself up from this mess and I'm going to recreate my life. So there is always another way. There's another choice that is waiting for you. And these are the messages that I'm getting for group number 1. I'm also going to talk to you about what the universe has for you. But is there anything else, record keepers and guides, that group number 1 needs to know? So they're constantly saying that they need to look forward. They need to look forward, not backward. So I think there is something that has happened in your recent past that is causing you concern, that is causing you these emotions that are making you feel more confused. They're making you feel like you're not good enough, you're not, worthy of whatever it is that you want in life. But that's not true, right? We kind of sometimes go all up in our head and we recreate these situations in our minds in a very derogatory fashion, which is not good for ourselves. So we need to come out of it by thinking positively and moving forward. So they're going on saying, move forward, go forward, move forward. So you need to, I think, see what is in your future and move towards that and leave the past behind. And from the universe, we've gotten niyamas, which is very similar to what the record keepers and guides have been telling you so far. It is about going inwards, because all the answers that you're looking for are not outside of you. It is all inside of you. If you are looking for clarity, if you're looking for information that will help you make a better choice, then I think it's time that you look inside of you and find those answers. Because sometimes when we get caught up in our day-to-day activities, we often forego the fact that we already have all of that information, and we sometimes overlook the red flags, especially in relationships, right? Whether it is a personal relationship, a romantic relationship, or a relationship at work, we tend to sometimes overlook the red flags. And when we sit in dhyana or meditation and we contemplate about what has gotten us to this particular state in our life right now, then information starts to show up. You suddenly go like, oh, I didn't know that. Like, why didn't I pay attention to that? That was so obvious. It was in my face, but yet I chose to overlook it. And when you have that information, it will then give you the clarity that you're looking for in order to move forward in life. And that is what the universe also wants you to do. So if you don't already, then I think you should start meditating. You should start doing all of those things that will make you feel happy. And contemplate. Use this time to contemplate, to look at your life and see what the lessons are that you have overlooked and learn those lessons in order to move forward. I hope this message has resonated with you. If it did, do leave me a comment below. I love hearing from you guys. And if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell notification to receive all of my content in the future. And I'll see you guys again in another video next week. Until then, have a beautiful, wonderful, magical week ahead. Welcome to all of my Phoenixes who've chosen group number 2. Let's see what your cards are. You've got the Daughter of Pentacles. I hope you can see that. There's too much light reflecting off of it. You've got the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. You've got the Hanged Man. And you've got Swadhisthana in the reverse from the Yogic Math Oracle deck. So immediately when I see your cards, right, what I'm getting from it is that you are an individual who's never wanted to be in the spotlight. Okay, you are someone who wanted to do the work behind the scenes. You didn't want people to notice you, but unfortunately at this moment everyone's eye is on you. Everyone wants you, everyone wants you to do their work for them, and you are near to a burnout. You're very close to an emotional and a physical burnout. You're like doing so much of work that you feel like you're going to just drop, you know. So the record keepers and guides want you to understand that no matter how skillful you are, no matter how talented you are and how hardworking you are, you need to focus on taking care of yourself. Because if you do not take care of yourself, you are going to have a burnout, and that is going to leave you in a state where you're then asking yourself, why the hell did I do all of those things? I could have just relaxed and taken a breath. I didn't want to be part of all of that. I didn't want to get involved in all of that, because this is also causing you a lot of trouble. You see, it is like making you feel caught up in a chaotic situation. Everyone's eyes are on you. Everyone is like focused on how you're doing things, how you are working, like it's almost like all the boss's eyes are on you. You know, if you're at work especially, and at home it feels like every family member wants something from you. So it is exhausting. I'm getting this energy of exhaustion from you, and you need to understand that if you continue like this, you are going to drop and you're going to be like, I can't do this anymore, I need to rest. And your body needs to rest, your mind needs to rest, and sometimes even your heart needs to rest. Especially in the times that we are living in right now, it is so difficult for every one of us. And we've had people we've lost recently. We've had to deal with grief, we had to deal with sadness, we had to deal with loss of jobs, we had to deal with a lot of things, right? So this energy around us is as it is chaotic. And if we do not focus on looking after ourselves, we are going to end up feeling like, oh my God, I can't handle this anymore. And the record keepers want you to know that that is not the level they want you to reach. They want you to focus on doing better, but also focus on yourself. And you need to draw healthy boundaries, because I'm saying that the moment someone approaches you and asks you for help, you're very ready to help them. In spite of knowing that you may not have the energy or the time to do so, you still make time for them. You still, tell them that, you know what, I will do it. Just give me some time. So I'm saying that you're someone who has an issue saying no, and that is the reason you do not have healthy boundaries, and people kind of overstep their welcome, and they're like, they're in your face most of the time. And I'm saying that you're on the edge. You're like about to blow, you're about to like scream your lungs out and tell them back off. And I think that is exactly what you need to do. You need to ask them to back off. Whatever is happening in your current situation, in your personal life, or even in your work life, the main message from the record keepers and guides is that you have forgotten how it is to breathe. You have forgotten how it is to take some time off for yourself and to just be still, to be in that place of, letting everything go according to the divine plan, you tend to control the outcomes of many things, and some of the things that you want to control you cannot, because it's not even in your hands to control it. Yet you still try to control it, and it becomes very, very exhausting. With the Hanged Man, it is telling me that it is time to just be still. There may be difficult decisions that will present themselves to you. You might have to choose what it is that you want for yourself and from your life in general. And these decisions, even though they may look very simple, can be extremely difficult for you to make. But when you're still, when you are in that space of taking a deep breath and breathing in all of these energies of relaxation, you are then able to see the bigger picture. You're able to see whatever is happening in front of you from a different perspective. And when that happens, you have immense clarity of thought, which then allows you to choose what it is that you want to for your life. And it is not like you're not talented. You are extremely talented, but somewhere along the way you seem to have given up on all of those things you loved doing, especially a hobby or some sort of a arts and crafts is what I want to say. Something that you used to do, which gave you a lot of pleasure, a lot of joy, you have suddenly stopped doing it because you're so caught up with work. You do not have time to kind of indulge in hobbies, And from a love perspective, from the romantic perspective, it feels to me like you do not have time for your family, or your partner or your spouse or your counterpart is constantly trying to say, you don't have time for me, you need to make time for me, I need your attention. So you're trying to juggle between work and your personal life, and it's becoming very exhausting. And you also feel bad that you're not able to spend as much time as you want with the people you love, which is again adding to the exhaustion. But even here, if there is somebody in your life who is toxic, who is demanding your time and attention when you can't give it to them, or when you have told them specifically that, look, I need this time to focus on this project at work, and after that I'm all yours. In spite of that, if someone is interfering and intruding into that space that you have requested for, then I think this is one of the decisions you might have to make. This is not for everybody. It is coming up for a few of you that it might present itself as a choice. You might need to then choose whether you want to be with a person who doesn't understand your boundaries, who doesn't understand you and what you need, or do you want to choose to be in a happier, peaceful state of mind? Because when sometimes people disrespect us and cross the boundaries that we have placed around us and invade our personal space, whether they are spouses or partners or lovers, it does not matter. Even if they're friends or family, you need to have your own space. And if someone violates that space by emotionally blackmailing you or physically trying to take you away from one place to put you in another place, you need to stop that behavior. You need to step up and put both your hands up and say stop, because this is not healthy for you to do. And this could be, for some of you, a very difficult decision to make, because you may love this person and yet you might need to step up and take control of yourself, empower yourself, stand up strong is what I'm hearing, and tell them, no, enough is enough. I cannot deal with this. I need this time to put in whatever I can into this project that I'm working on. So I need you to respect those boundaries. And in spite of that, if they keep overstepping their boundaries and invading your personal space, then you might have to tell them that this is done. You can't deal with this anymore, and that you have to either ask them to leave or you'll have to leave that particular situation. This is, again, for some of you, it's not resonating. For everybody, suddenly I get these messages which are very, very specific, and it may be for someone watching this video. And since these are timeless readings, you can watch them at any point and the message can still resonate with you. Though we're doing these readings for the month of July, like I said, these are messages from spirit. So whenever you want to listen to these messages again, you can always do so. So what does the universe have for you? The universe is saying, so you've got Swadhisthana in the reverse, which is basically telling me that you are a creative person, but then along the way, like, you know, the other cards also says that you have given up on being creative. You have given up on enjoying life. You've given up on having fun. It is about, you know, that you have been so caught up. You, like, the energy that I'm getting for group number 2 is you have no time to breathe. And with Swadhisthana, the universe is trying to remind you, if you do not focus on yourself, on creative energy, on creating something new, you are going to just go into that mundane loop of living your life, and that is going to make you feel even more worse. You might feel rejected and dejected, and all of those negative emotions might start coming up. So the universe is saying, now for this month of July, you need to focus on creating something, to use this energy to create something for yourself. Whether you want to create a harmonious space for yourself, whether it is something creative as in arts and crafts, or whether it is something that you want to create itself, like in the world, you can do that, you know. So now is the time for creation, of focusing your energies on creating the kind of life that you want for yourself. It is very, very important to focus on yourself. This is like a collective message that is coming through for most of the readings that I've been doing off late. The need to focus on oneself is paramount, because when we can love ourselves and respect ourselves, then automatically people around us will start loving and respecting us as well. So if we want to have people respecting us or loving us the way we want them to, we need to show those emotions to ourselves first. I hope these messages have resonated with you. If they did, don't forget to leave a comment below. I love hearing from you guys. And if you haven't subscribed already, consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so that you will not miss any future content. And I'll see you again in another video next week. Until then, have a beautiful, wonderful week ahead. Welcome to all of my phoenixes who've chosen group number 3. Let's see what your cards are. You've got the World, the Moon in the reverse, and the Star card in the reverse. Wow, all major arcana cards. And from the universe, you've got Vishuddha. This is very interesting because none of the other groups got 3 major arcana cards. So when major arcana cards show up in tarot, it basically means this message is extremely important. It is you know, the main message or the main focus of whatever it is that is going on in your life is going to be explained in these cards. So do pay attention, whoever has chosen group number 3. This is an important message for you. And the messages that I'm receiving from this group is that currently in your life, there is a loss of hope. There's a loss of faith in whatever is happening with your life in general, like whether it is work or personal relationships. There is a sense of hopelessness. There is this feeling of nostalgia, of wondering where your life is headed, if it even has a direction, if it is even headed anywhere or not. There is a sense of confusion that you are currently feeling. And this is also to do with your emotions, right? So you are someone who is suppressing their emotions instead of speaking out about it. You are kind of keeping everything inside of you. You do not want to express yourself. You do not want to talk about how you're feeling because, well, guys, all of you who have chosen group number 3, let me ask you this. Is there something that is bothering you currently? What is it that you're going through? Tell me about it. I want to know. Comment below. Tell me what it is that is bothering you currently. Because what I'm sensing from the record keepers and guides is that You're going through a tough time in your life. It is a time where you're almost like losing faith in yourself and in whoever it is that you believe, whether you want to call it God or love or the universe or source energy. You are kind of losing your faith in it, and it is putting you on shaky grounds. Okay, and there's so much of emotions within you. There's so many emotions within you. There is so much of chaos that is going on emotionally within you that you're unable to express yourself. The sense I'm getting is that some of you might have just recently lost somebody. You might have gone through a breakup of some sort. You might have physically lost somebody because, with the state we're in right now with the COVID and other things, it's very difficult to be emotionally sane at times, because we are feeling like anything can happen at any moment and turn our world upside down, and it has for some of you. So it is very, very important for you to understand what it is that is going on emotionally inside of you. All these feelings that you're feeling is trying to tell you something, and you need to focus on it. Since it's not a one-on-one reading, I'm not able to give you the exact kind of feelings that you may be feeling, but I can probably give you a general set of emotions that you may be going through. The first one that's coming up is grief. The record keepers and guides want you to know that you're dealing with grief, anger, hatred, and wanting peace. So there is this, these emotions are very strongly coming up. I don't know why they've chosen these particular emotions, but it is like some of you are extremely angry about something, upset about something, grieving over something, hating something. I don't know what it is, but these emotions are extremely strong. It is not just like, oh, I hate what's happening in the world today kind of emotion. It's literally hating it. I don't know whether it is hating yourself, your life, or whatever is happening around you at the moment, but these emotions are very strong, and they're making you feel like giving up hope, like giving up faith in whatever it is. It is like, oh, I put all this faith and all this focus of love on something, and it just failed. It failed me, and I've lost hope. I don't think that things can get better. You're in that particular state, but let me tell you that everything that you're feeling right now is going to come to an end. You're going to start feeling better. Things are going to start opening up for you, because you also got the World card, right? And the World card came up in upright position. So it is talking about a cycle ending. So if you're going through a very difficult phase in your life, this life cycle that you're going through is coming to an end, and a new cycle is going to start. So there is hope. There is definitely hope that things are going to start getting better for you. And in the month of July, you will begin to notice that things are beginning to shift and change. They're not going to be the same for you. Opportunities might open up for you if you're looking for work, because I'm hearing that some of you are looking for jobs. If it is to do with a person, if it is to do in a romantic sense, in the sense of love, things are definitely going to get better. You are going to overcome this pain that you're feeling, especially if you're grieving somebody, if you have lost somebody or broken up with somebody. Things are going to start easing out for you. Things are going to kind of get back to normal after a while, but they want you to focus on letting it go, letting that emotion go, not to hold on to it so strongly, because for some of you it could turn into vengeance. It could turn into harboring a grudge for the longest period of time. So they want you to release it, because it's not good for you. It's not in your highest interest. And that is why they're showing me the World card over and over again, because this cycle needs to end. This cycle is coming to an end. And beyond the cycle is something very colorful waiting for you, something good, something vibrant, something full of love and joy waiting for you. But you need to speak up, because the universe also is telling you that you are holding your emotions back. I mean, look at this. You've got the moon in reverse and Vishuddha. Both are talking about emotions that we have suppressed. We are not really voicing our opinions, and it is going to empower you if you can start speaking your truth and letting people know what it is that you're thinking, what is going on in your mind, because These are powerful cards. Remember, all three major arcana cards, and you've got the yogic path card upright. So it is to do with you trying to express yourself. And I think the reason you've got all the three major arcana cards is that the universe also wants you to know that it's important that you need to let go of this anger or this grief or this sadness that you're holding on to, because if you do not let it go, my loves, you are going to get into a cycle of negative thought processes, and it is not going to take you anywhere. It's going to pull your vibration down. You're going to feel even more miserable. You're going to feel even more imbalanced. You're going to feel demotivated, and all of those things are not going to help you have the best life that you can have and that you truly deserve, right? So it is time that you look at your life, look at the emotions that you're trying to suppress, and let those emotions out. Whether you want to talk to somebody about it, whether you want to contemplate your emotions on your own and let them go, it's up to you. But you need to do it, because only then will you be able to end the cycle that you're going through and come out of it on the other side in a more joyous and more happy way, right? So you need to work on yourself. You need to let go of all of these emotions that you're holding on to. And with the Start card, right, even if it comes in the reverse, it is telling you there is hope. You need to look for those places in your life which give you hope, which give you that faith, which renew your faith. And there is a lot of positivity in your future. I see that in these cards. With Vishuddha, it is like you're coming into your power. You're finally standing up and you're like, this is me, this is who I am. This is all of me. This is the divine masculine and the divine feminine all in one. And you are a powerful being. You need to acknowledge that about you. You need to let people know that you are a powerful being. You can't give up hope now. You're so close. You're so close to ending the cycle and starting something new. So do not give up the faith or the hope, because it is going to allow you to become a much more stronger person. And people are going to just look up and be like, take notice of you. They're like, oh my God, this person has changed so much. They've become so much stronger. They've become so authoritative. They're a presence. When you walk into a room, people are going to start noticing you, and you've got that kind of capacity to do that, to command the room, to command the energy of the room. So do not give up faith, darling. Do not let go of hope or faith at this moment. I know you want to do that. I know you're in that place right now where nothing seems to be going right, but I'm telling you, do not do that. Do not give up the hope or the faith. Keep working at it. Keep striving to move forward, and you will stand up in your power. You will be noticed. You will get everything that you've ever wanted in your life. So these are the messages that I'm getting for group number 3. If this resonated with you, do let me know in the comments below. If there's anything you want to talk about, also get in touch with me. One-on-one sessions are much better in giving you a clearer perspective on what's happening in your life. So if you want to get in touch with me, all the details are in the description box below. And if you haven't subscribed already to my channel, consider subscribing and hitting the bell notification while you do that, so that you do not miss out on any future content. I'll see you again, my lovelies, in another video next week. Until then, have a beautiful, wonderful, magical week ahead. Welcome to all of my phoenixes who've chosen group number 4. Let's see what your cards are. You've got the 7 of Swords. You've got the Fool card. You've got the 5 of Swords in the reverse. And you've got Swadhyaya from the Yogic Path deck, which is in the reverse. So, group number 4. Interesting cards. Reason being that most of you are holding on to information which is very crucial for someone. So it is almost like you're holding on to a secret that you do not want to reveal to anybody. Either someone has given you this information and asked you to keep it a secret, or you have a secret that someone is keeping from you. So it could be both ways. It could be that you know about a secret, or someone is keeping a secret from you. Either way, this situation is making you feel very uneasy, like you're conflicted. You're feeling like if you're the one keeping the secret, you are dying to just blurt it out and get it over with, because it's very difficult for you to hold on to a secret like this. This information, whatever it is that someone is keeping from you, is making them feel like, I can't do this, like I can't keep holding on to this information and not revealing it to you, but for some reason they're keeping it from you. So if you are the one who's holding on to a secret, comment below so that I know that it is you. If there is someone else holding a secret, then you are in a space where you want to know why, but you are not coming from a space where you want to be disruptive about it. You don't want to get into an argument or a fight about it, because the Five of Swords in the reverse is basically telling you that whatever it is probably going to be helpful in understanding something. And so, okay, let's do this. Let's first talk about if you are holding the secret, right? If you are the one keeping a secret from someone else, then you are in a place where you don't want to do it anymore. You don't want to be responsible for that information, for that kind of information to be with you and not be able to talk about it to anybody, because it's eating you up from the inside. And this could be sensitive information, or it could be information that probably is making you feel very queasy about something, making you feel uneasy about something. It is not making you feel nice that you know this information, and you want to be able to, okay, so the record keepers and guides have just pitched in, and they're saying that for some of you, you are holding information about an affair that you are not directly involved in, but you know of a friend who's having an affair with someone else. There's a third party situation going on here, which you know, and they know you know, but they've asked you to keep it a secret from their partner or spouse, and it is eating you up from the inside because you're close to them, you're close to their partners as well. So every time you meet with them, it's just driving you with guilt, and you want to just burst open and just tell them so that they can deal with their own problem and you don't have to be part of it. So if this is you, do let me know. I mean, you don't have to tell me whose secret you're keeping, but you can just say that, yes, I'm the one, so I'll know that this is something that is eating you up from inside because you are the one who is holding that information. This again may not resonate with everybody. The record keepers have just said that it is only for those of you who are keeping a secret for a friend who's having an extramarital affair or an affair, or generally, which is basically them being disloyal to their partners, right? And I'm getting this information again that the secret that is being kept from you is not to do with a third party situation, but it could be something that someone else is thinking about you. So it is almost like someone is having an opinion about you, but they don't want you to know about it, and that secret is being kept from you. So it is not to do with a third party situation if you are the one who's being, the secret is being kept from. What else, record keepers and guides? But for those of you who want to talk about the secret, who want to just blurt it out, you've discussed it with a friend and they have said to you like, are you a fool? Why would you want to do that? Right? But if you do it, there is a new beginning. You are going to feel more relaxed. You're going to feel more liberated. You're going to feel like things have finally opened up for you and that you can breathe. Because this is not a secret that the record keepers want you to keep. It is something that they want you to release it to the universe. Whether you want to do it by telling your friend who asked you to keep that secret that you can't do it anymore, that they need to tell whoever concerned that whatever is happening, or if it is something of really valuable information that you need to tell somebody, then you please do it in the right way. Give that information out without trying to hurt anybody in the process. And make sure that you prioritize yourself, because your own happiness is much more important, right? If you are someone who's not even involved in this entire process but are made to hold on to information as a secret and not being able to reveal it to anybody, it's causing you so much of disrespect is something that is coming up. The word disrespect keeps coming up. It is almost like your friend has disrespected you and has placed this burden upon you. So I don't know if this particular group will resonate with many of you, because these are very specific messages for group number 4. So it is a little I've never received messages like this, to be honest. So if you are the one who wants to talk about the secret, please do so, because it is going to give you a new beginning. You are going to spread your wings and fly, so to speak, because with the Fool card, it is talking about new beginnings. It is talking about releasing old and moving into the new. So if you are the one who the secret is being kept from, I think if you sense it that someone is keeping a secret from you, it is time that you confront them in a pleasant way, because the 5 of Swords in the reverse is saying that you're not going to be in a space where you're going to get angry about it. You're just going to hear them out and be like, okay, fine, if that's the information, but you're not going to respond to it in a way that is going to cause trouble for anybody. So you need to let them know about it and then get the information from them, because even that is going to create a new beginning for you, because whatever information you're going to receive is going to create this next step for you, which is going to take you forward, which is going to kind of give you more clarity of thought, right? So the message from the universe, okay, which is Swadhaya. I'm finding it very difficult to pronounce this. Swadhaya. All right, yeah. So what Swadhaya is trying to tell you again is, if you're the one keeping the secret, right, the universe is saying, ask yourself, who are you? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the person who's holding on to this information which could be useful for someone else? Or do you want to be the person who is thinking of doing the right thing? Because it is posing the question of who are you? Who do you want to be? Who is it that you define yourself to be? So if you are someone who wants to do the right thing, then it is time to decide how you want to use this information. If you want to reveal the information or forget about it so that you don't harm anybody in the process of doing so. If you are the one who's the secret is being kept from, then again the universe wants you to ask this question of who you are. What is it that you are going to gain from knowing that information? How will it redefine you? It is all about definition of self. When a Swadhaya card comes up, it is asking you to focus on yourself. It is asking you to see who you truly are. Who do you want to be? Who is this person that I'm talking to? Like this individual, like if this card was something that I picked, then I would be like, who's Teja? Who does Teja want to be? Or who does Teja identify as being? Is she a kind person? Is she a loving person? Those kind of questions is what I will then need to ask myself, right? This is just an example. So if this comes up, the universe wants you to ask the same questions. What kind of a person do you want to be? Do you want to be a person who is loving, giving, compassionate, who doesn't hold on to secrets knowing pretty well it's destroying somebody's home or life? Or do you want to be the person who wants to respond to the person who gives you the secret with kindness and compassion instead of showing them anger or hatred? Because sometimes when someone holds a secret against us, and finally you get to hear about it, the first reaction for most of us is irritation or anger. We get angry. We're like, why didn't they never tell us that? Why did they have to hold that as a secret? Why did I come to know now about it? So instead of doing that, try to respond, not react, because we tend to react or sometimes even overreact. So we need to respond to this information that is coming our way, especially if the secret is something that is being kept from us. we need to be mature about it. We need to take the higher ground and look at the bigger perspective of things and take in as is without complicating the matters even more. Because imagine the strength the person would have had to step forward and to say that out loud, that look, I've got information that may be helpful to you, but I was asked to keep it from you, but I don't think it's fair. I want you to know about this. It takes a lot of courage to do that, right? So you need to appreciate that person, whoever is coming forward to give you that information. And if you are the one keeping the information, understand that it is okay if you do not find the courage to do so right now. But think about it. Think about whether the information that you have, is it going to directly impact someone's life? Is it, something that would create or give them more information to choose better in their lives? If so, then I think you should either talk to the person who's asking you to hold the secret and say, look, I can't do this anymore, or step up and go and talk to the person who's being the secret is being kept from, and tell them that, this is the information that I have. Please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving you the message because you need to know this. I don't know how it is going to be helpful for you, but I saw this happen, or I witnessed this, or I've heard this, or whatever it is that you need to tell them in the most kindest and loving way possible. And if they do misunderstand you, because trust me, when you tell somebody information, they may not really respond in the most kindest way. So be prepared for that and don't take it personally, all right? This is a very complicated group, you guys, group number 4. But if any of these messages resonated with you, I would love to know, because group number 4 has been very unique so far. And if something in this message resonated with you, do let me know in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the bell notification so that you can receive any future content that I post. All right, have a beautiful, wonderful week ahead. I'm gonna see you again in another video next week. Until then, bye bye.